Let's take a few seconds for prayers and meditation. Thank you. You may take your seats. Siyabonga kakhulu. Council members asinemukele nonke. Semukele ama officials led by the city manager. Sikhuleke kumakhosi asedlunkulu who are part of the meeting and those who are following us through our live streaming. Members of the public, sibonga kakhulu kulabo abayingxenye yomhlangano nalabo abasilandile besemakhaya. Siyanemukela nonke, siyajabula kakhulu ukuthi nibe ingxenye yalomhlangano.
Affectionate day.
We are, in terms of our agenda, we are on page 4, the order of procedure. On item 5, which is the official announcements. I will read the very short announcements that we have prepared. May I have your attention, councillors. Council, to note that the meeting is a special meeting convened in line with the provisions of the rules of order to consider matters that are urgently needed to be addressed by council prior our ordinary meeting on the 4th of December. Council is proud of the municipality for having launched another catalytic project to the tune of 10 billion rand, the Insimbi Reach Development. The project represents another major milestone for the city, one that will unlock the growth potential of the Durban Free State Gauteng Logistic Corridor. The municipality encouraged support for the National Women Campaigns, scheduled for the 21st on Friday, November, to raise voices against gender-based violence and femicides. This being staged prior to the launch of the 16 days of activism campaign scheduled for the 25th November to the 10th of December 2025. We want to encourage councillors to observe these dates and participate fully in these programs where we are participating as a council against the fights directed to women mainly and children. You are all reminded, councillors, to conduct yourself in line with the provisions of the Councillors' Code of Conduct to ensure that this meeting is conducted in a dignified manner and portraying a good leadership image. Those are the announcements. Thank you very much. Item 6, applications for leave of absence. The city manager will read the leave of absence that we have received from councillors. City manager, let me hand over to you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I hereby wish to table the application for leave of absence. Councillor N. Pachapen, indisposed for today. Councillor T. Meyer, away today due to personal commitments. Councillor P. H. Ngumalo, not available today due to personal commitments. Councillor S. Gumete, not available today due to personal commitments. The following apologies I'm going to read are all for today, so that I don't report for today times the number of apologies. Councillor S. Zuma, indisposed. Councillor Mchunu, personal commitments. Councillor Shahid, indisposed. Councillor Stole, indisposed. Councillor Mohammed, personal commitments. Councillor P. Ndlovu to leave at 1300. Councillor J. Popat, personal commitments. Councillor R. McPherson, personal commitments. Councillor Ismail, indisposed. Councillor Van Vogel, indisposed. Councillor A. Peterson, indisposed. Councillor Mdleche, personal commitments. Councillor Sbiya, Councillor Sbiya, J.N. Sbiya, personal commitments. Councillor N.S. Ndlovu, indisposed. Councillor Ngongo to leave at 12:30. Councillor V. Ngukana, Councillor V. Ngukana, personal commitments. Councillor B. Dlamini, personal commitments. Councillor S. Madlala, personal commitments. And Councillor N.M. Kiza, also personal commitments. I thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you very much, City Manager. Councillor Nchaicha, I see your hand.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I wish to convey the apologies for the following councillors. Councillor Dr. Mngadi, he's indisposed. Councillor S.V. Gavenda, personal commitment. Councillor Nkosi, municipal business. Councillor Naidu is requesting to leave the meeting at 12:30. And Councillor Anipen, personal commitment.
Thank you very much, Councillor Nchaicha. Councillors, are all the leave of absence agreed? I can see there are some more hands this side. Councillor Swaga.
Thank you, Speaker. Greetings. I would like to send apologies for Councillor Mnyandi and Councillor Mazibuko, who are both away on council business. Thank you.
Let me check the hand of the whip of council before I go back to City Manager.
Ngiyaxolisa somlomo, ngifisa ukuthenda apology kaBaba Mayor. He will join us anytime soon.
Thank you.
Thanks.
City Manager, you want to add something?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Apologies for Councillor Thando Sabel, who is indisposed for today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Councillor Kavenda.
Apologies, Speaker. I've just received a message that Councillor Zandi Mkhize is also not here. She's had a personal emergency. Thank you.
Thank you very much with those leave of absence. They are all agreed, councillors. Thank you very much for that. Item 7, declaration of interest. Any councillor to declare interest, please just give us a signal. indicative. We have an interest on of the items to be discussed. Thank you. We will now move on to item 8, which is the Executive Committee report. I will invite the Deputy Mayor, Councillor Mieni, to present, to table the first report of the Executive Committee. Deputy Mayor.
Thank you, Somlomo. Honorable Speaker, Whip of Council, Councillors CM, Skulege, Umakosi Asendlunkulu, the residents watching us from the social media, allow me to table the first report of the Executive Committee. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. The report is on page 5. City Manager, may you please present the item?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. First report of the Executive Committee is from their meeting of the 11th of the 11th, 2025. Item 1 is request for authority to reprioritize the 2025-2026 eThekwini Municipality Capital Budget. Committee recommends.
Thank you very much. I will note hands from the floor. We have agreed in a speaker and whips committee that for these items today, we will note hands from the floor. I now want to request those who want to speak on the item to raise your board clearly so that you are noted, then you speak once we are being recognized. I will start from my left, which is Councillor Berste.
Sorry, Somlo.
Then Councillor
IFP cela u 10-minute caucus.
10-minute caucus.
Yeah.
Hey, Kuala, you are putting me in a very precarious condition. Yeah, can we give you 5?
Make it 2.
You can leave with 5, eh?
Esicela u 10 minutes ngoba sidinga clarity kulelo khoza. Kahle kahle besicela u CFO ukuthi abe yipart of i-caucus yethu. Akuzange kufike umuntu. So sifisa uku-address alona. Mhlawumbe sithole u-city manager. Not unless
Okay, that's fine. Let me give you 8. Yeah, let me give you 8. Allow me to ungibuyisele wona. Ukuze nami ngibambe isikhathi. No problem. Caucus request granted from the IFP. Thank you very much, Councillor Kuala. caucus.
What have we done? Thank you, Honorable Speaker. The IFP is back. We can proceed with required have been received. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, councillors. Let's proceed, councillors. We were on page 5, is item 1. The item was already presented to council. I was at the stage where I was inviting hands for those who want to engage or to speak on the report. The first speaker was Councillor Berthe. Let me invite more hands, councillors, so that you are noted. Then, number 2 is Councillor Ndlovu from the EFF. Number 3, Councillor Kwala. Then there is a hand after you, Councillor Kwala, can't see because of the light. Then will be number 4. Then I can see in front of me, Councillor Mngwango. You'll be number 5. There is a that's afterthought. Then after Mngwango, you are number 5, right?
Ngasiphi
Yeah,
isikhathi?
please remember your number. No, the board at the back has already been noted after Kwala. You can lower your board. After Kwala is yourself. Then there's a hand on my far right there. Maharaj, then Councillor Mswedi and Councillor Pillay, then Singh at the back. Then I've got Councillor Madlala on my immediate right, then the Deputy Mayor. I hope I've noted all the hands, councillors. In that order, Councillor Berthe, you are recognized, you can speak.
Thank you very much, Chair. It's just a few months ago, there was road shows, officials and politicians grandstanding all across the city, listening to people, adjusting a budget, and appeasing people with promises of things that are going to be done. Some were happy, some were disappointed. We are in the end of the first quarter, first 3 months. At this stage, our expenditure should probably be about 18%. We have not achieved 10%. So now what do we do? Very much the same as what we did at the end of the previous financial year. We go and do some adjustments. And now again, we find ourselves some happy and some sad. And one would have to ask, why is that? And you immediately, what draws attention is poor financial planning. The SCM processes are throughout to blame. Architecture is on the forefront. And one would have to do, if you take so much time to plan a budget, how is it that you now have to do 875 million rands worth of changes? The first one that attracts attention, 5 million rand, is we lose the development of the indigent register software. Now, that is very important because we are unable at this stage to track our indigents. And here we had the opportunity, 5 million gone. We take 59 million away from Canubia for road and water infrastructure, reprioritizing somewhere else. Now, firefighting equipment. Now, firefighters, those people put their life on the line every time that they jump onto that fire engine. We know that their fire equipment is in derelict condition. This 1.6 million that was taken, allocated to it, was not enough. The Tetra radios, 285,000 for them to better communicate, was not enough. We take it away, although within the same department to go and do a dangerous group inspection area, we have taken the possibility of somebody losing their life away. In the health department, we're leaving people hot with 9.7 million rand taken away from air conditioning, reprioritized to head office. Moses Mabhida Stadium, 16 years old. If it was a child, it would still be in school. Another 105 million towards its repairs and maintenance. Surely there must be longer than a 16-year lifespan in a building. There are buildings standing in the city for 100 years, and they have not asked for 105 million yet. Then we have to look at what are we losing out there. Now we're looking at our poorest, our poor communities. Not long ago we were saying we're speaking for our people, we're upgrading roads from gravel to asphalt. But now what are we losing here? Well, let's look at it. In Ward 97, the roads and stormwater maintenance are losing 2.8 million. In Ward 3 million gone. The road's not going to be serviced. It's going to be gravel. Track 86004, 5.6 million. Ward 60, 2.8 million. Ward 93, 2.4 million. Ward 82, 2 million. Ward 27, 3.2 million. Ward 18, half a million. Ward 9, half a million. Ward 1, half a million. Ward 6, half a million. Ward 93, 400,000. Ward 43, 250,000. Ward 25, 155,000. I hope the councillors from those wards have taken note that their roads are not going to be fixed. It's going to go somewhere else. And where's it going? It's going to the inner city. Roads that have been derelict and falling apart, not in this budget term, for a long time. Where sewage has been running and eating the roads away. It's a difficult process to make it from the M4 to this location without dodging big potholes. So yes, we're going to be fixing something, but how did we miss that just 3-4 months ago? Now this one stands out. On the 7th of August, a senior delegation met with Toyota. Toyota put certain requirements on the table and the city made certain commitments. And some of that was Toyota actually coming to the party with 35 million towards much needed electrical infrastructure. What have we put on the back burner? 11 kV switchgear, 11.6 million. Not going to be done in this year. Although Toyota said they needed it, they've got planning for new models. The 132 kV mod, 69 million. No, not in this year. We moved it to the next year. Although we didn't moat, it's urgent. But urgent can wait. Nothing is so urgent. 9,000 people employed, plus their subsidiaries. That's the type of things that we put in jeopardy. Now this is a good one. Water tankers. We're giving another 21.8 million towards water tankers, funded from the Blackburn and Phoenix and Riverside rising mains that are not going to be done now because we're running water tankers. How do you miss and misallocate 30 million rand for PRV valves and say, well, we don't need that anymore, that is a misallocation. And then the one, if you look at the allocation, how much of it is towards flood damage? Now indeed, across the city, there is a lot of flood damage, not only from the last storm, but also the storms preceding that, and quite rightly so. Some people are cut off from communities, and yes, that needs to be fixed. But there's money for that. There's 1.3 billion rand that has not arrived yet from National for the last storm. There's more money before that. What kind of pressure are we putting on National to actually give us? That extends way beyond 2 billion rand. So we wouldn't really be needing to reprioritize this 874 if that money was here. Why are we not putting pressure on it? It's due to us. We need it. We cannot carry on like this. And consequence management needs to be done. And we really call on the city manager to bring the troops in line. We cannot continuously hear that SCM, architecture, reprioritization, we forgot, we needed to misalign. Else, if there's no consequence management, then consequence management will have to be averted to those who are not taking ownership of the people working below them. This is actually a slap in the face of the people of this city that we need to, after 3 months, do so much change. But we don't have much of a choice. We have to do that, else even more people will suffer. So with reluctance, the DA will support this in the better interest of service delivery to those who are still, at this moment, deprived. Fortunately, next year, things will change when the government changes. Thank you, Chair.
President Ndlovu.
Ngiyabonga Somlomo. EFF ya usupporta kakhulu lolu hlelo esikulo namhlanje. Ngicabanga ukuthi mhlambe akusiyo into engasijabulisa kakhulu sonke that we have not spent ngendlela obekufanele ngabe senze ngayo. Kodwa sikushayela ihlombe ukuthi sikwazi umkhandlu ukwazi ukuhlala phansi and review ubone ukuthi where can they redirect or la abangenzi khona kahle ukuze sikwazi ukuthi sispend imali ngendlela efanelekile. I don't think ukuthi kufanele sikwenze ukuthi kube ngathi icala ukuthi we are saying we are redirecting the budget because there are issues kwezinye zeindawo mhlambe where we had envisaged that we were going to be able to spend our money on. Ngicabanga ukuthi into ebaluleke kakhulu lokho. Somlomo, we support the call that goes to the municipal manager to strengthen the functionality ye supply chain management. Maku khona kufanele baxoshwe abaxoshwe because bengenzi ngendlela efanelekile ukuze sikwazi ukuthi abantu bakithi bathola usizo ngendlela efanelekile. We need to zoom in on the issues of water and solid waste because of the spendings there. I think we are not quite doing well on that. We see shayeli hlombe futhi kakhulu on the redirecting the resources on big projects like Abomos Mabhida and many other projects because we know those are areas that generate more income if zilungiswe ngendlela noma zisesimeni esifanelekile, including the road rehabilitations because it does reflect there. Ukuthi nje ngiyacabanga ukuthi abanye mhlamba bajabulile ngoba ezinye zezinto zithathwa emawadini abawalidayo ziyofakwa la esicabanga ukuthi khona abantu bakithi are going to spend or to get i-services. So sicabanga ukuthi kuhlelo oluhle kakhulu loSomlomo oluzokwazi ukuthi lisilekele njengomkhandlu sikwazi ukusevisa abantu bakithi better moving forward. Thank you very much Somlomo.
Thank you very much, Councillor Kwala.
Asibonge Somlomo sibingelele. Noma ke mhlambe SIFP sivumelana ngoba politically kumele sigcine sivumelana kwezinye zezinto. Kodwa i-budget ephambi kwethu noma i-adjustment ephambi kwethu ngempela masiyibuka it's got no political will. I-budget nje ngoba nakho ihleli la phambi kwethu kufanele kube ukuthi iyenzeka ngalolu hlelo. At some point asazi ke noma abantu basenawo lunembeza since we are going to elections and simela abantu la for 5 years. Uma ngisho njalo ke ubuka nje indaba yama water tanker sibe ne budget la esikhulumile before ebikhuluma ukuthi kuyothengwa ama water tankers but manje again kufike enye futhi ekhuluma ngamalokuzana kanti why thina as political officers singatshelwa into ephelele masinike item because le isifuna 28.1 million isikhuluma ukuthi uyothenga ama bodies manje uyayibuza ukuthi ama truck bodies kodwa kuyi last esasikhuluma yayithi uyothenga ama water tank kodwa manje sekuthiwa truck bodies ama chassis asekhona uyayibuza ukuthi kanti siyapi kahle kahle siyayibona iwheel kodwa manje it's got no guidance a political will lapho manihleli ke bafethu kwi-ESCO umuntu uyafisa ungazi ukuthi ningake nihlale ngempela ngeqiniso lokuthi nazi ukuthi nihlaliswa abantu la nikhona and isikhathi ke basesisincane nje icabanga indaba yabantu ngoba abantu bayakhuluma mase bekhulumile ke abantu basuke sebekhulumile. Siyabonga IFP siya support.
Thank you, Councillor Said.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, this word reprioritization is extremely concerning. I mean, we come in 5 months after we approve a budget, and we now want to reprioritize funds for other issues. Speaker, I think my time needs to be checked. Speaker, I think we...
Okay, we have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, we need to really assess, and when we use the word reprioritization, it's important for us to recognize that it's a lack and an inefficiency on all of us sitting here as the collective leadership, and it's a lack and inefficiency in terms of the officials that run this city. Speaker, we take money from roads that need to be repaired, and roads, in fact, that are repaired with those now new potholes being malaligned. The reason for us to spend is to deliver and make the city the best city in Africa or in this continent, Speaker. Now, Speaker, when we come into the list of things that we want to take away money from, how is it that at the point of us approving that budget, we said to ourselves that this is what we want to do? And every single reason that we look at, and we can go into it with a fine-tooth comb and say these are the reasons why it is. But how is it that there was no foresight at that time to say that these are the things that we're going to face challenges with, and we need to overcome them before we implement a budget to actually put those things into a budget? Reprioritization speaks to us becoming a seasonal municipality. As a municipality, we should not be going into a store in summer and buying things for summer. We should be looking at what we need in summer in last year's summer. And we don't operate that way, Speaker. We're operating as though we're running a household. We go into Checkers, we need bread, someone didn't buy it, we take it and we buy cold drink with it. That is what is happening here. So, Speaker, there needs to be some foresight. We as the collective leadership need to divorce ourselves from the officials. We need to continuously make sure that projects that we approve in terms of our budget once a year are implemented, we spend appropriately, we spend accordingly, and we do what we say we're going to do. With that, Speaker, we have no option but to support it, because as you know, the DA, the ANC, and the IFP are going to support it. So with that, Speaker, I take note.
Yeah, your time
and
is
we
up.
approve. Thank you.
Councillor Paxton.
Because I'm not first.
Yes. Ngongo, then Paxton.
Speaker, can I move an